Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
On the Zoom. No, not on the Zoom, on the StreamYard. There's the singer-songwriter, Erin Kirby. Erin, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
We're doing really well. We're so glad that our mutual friend Jim Vineyard passed your name along. I think he was ashamed of us for a while, but now it seems like he's given us some more amazing guests. So we're so glad to connect with you.
Thank you so much for having me. Jim is awesome. He's so cool.
He is. We all want to be Jim Vineyard when we grow up, don't we? Mm-hmm. Be connected like Jim. He's the man.
Yeah, we just finished a tennis tournament with him for Saving Susan Ministries.
We weren't playing tennis, by the way. So
have you ever heard of pickleball?
I have not.
Yeah, it's kind of like tennis, but it's not. Anyway, it was a Marietta Country Club, and we were raising money for orphans in
Cambodia.
And so Jim was there. And Jim is a rock star to Dan and I, but he was doing like servant stuff. I mean, he was like running around for me, and I was a little humbled by that. But he's a great guy. So let's talk about you, because that's what this show is all about. You're a singer-songwriter. I noticed that you sang at Akeisha Bottom's inauguration. How cool is that?
Yeah, it was really awesome. My vocal coach, Mama Jan, was there with me.
So Jan, we love Mama Jan. Yes,
awesome. Love her.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do that. Were you nervous at all? I'd be shaking in my boots and sweating puddles.
I actually was not. I love singing the national anthem any chance I get. It's one of my favorite things to sing. And so every time I sing it, I don't really get nervous. I just get super excited.
Erin, how long have you been singing? I mean, you don't look like you're old at all. Maybe young 20s, I would guess. But I know it's dangerous to guess a woman's age. But how long have you been singing?
I've been singing my entire life. I'm actually only 16.
What?
I've been doing music as my career for about 7 years.
Wow. Okay.
Now, you talked about Mama Jan. She, to us, again, is another rock star. Every now and then, we kind of reel her in. She's been in the studio with us. She's been on StreamYard with us. You're 16. Who inspired you growing up? Who inspired you to do music? Did your parents play music, or?
Nobody in my family plays music. I just love music. I always have. It's always been a special thing. I grew up in church listening to music, praising God. And so when I got the opportunity to sing for the first time, I sang at a pageant. I did talent, and I loved it. I heard God telling me this is what I'm meant to do here on earth. And so I kind of went from there.
Cool. And then you had an experience with American Idol, right? How cool was that? Or was it cool? Maybe it wasn't cool, but how was that experience?
It was super fun. I met some of the greatest people. I actually met my best friend. She was my duet partner, and she's also from Georgia, which was really crazy because out of all these people, I ended up meeting my best friend, and she's also from Georgia. We had a great time. I sang 24/7, so I wasn't complaining. And, it was so fun.
Yeah. And you got to hang out with Ryan Seacrest, who's also a Georgian. And, he seems like he's pretty cool, maybe. At least on camera.
He's so nice.
Yeah. Seems like a nice guy.
While you were doing American Idol, did you stay in contact with Mama Jan? And did she say, all right, take care of your voice, make sure you're drinking lemon and honey and whatever you guys drink, you vocal people? Did she do that, or did she just kind of say, okay, I'm watching you, I'm praying for you, I'm proud of you, go?
I actually did stay in touch with her. The week before Hollywood Week, my mom ended up getting the flu. So I did some FaceTime sessions with her, and we went over the songs multiple times. So I definitely stayed in touch with her, and she was a big help during the whole process.
Now, go ahead.
I was just going to say, how did you get to the particular style of music that you really like to do? How did you get to that point? Was it artists that you listened to, or just kind of what you liked?
I grew up listening to a bit of everything, especially Motown music. So going into music, I loved singing what I like to call pop soul, and that's the genre that I always put myself in. But after I went to American Idol, I started writing music that really felt like myself, and I'm starting to put it out now. And so I kind of realized that the pop genre is where I belong, and the music that I'm going to put out soon is who I am. And I don't know, it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ask you your favorite Motown song. Now, you talking Motown. I grew up listening to Motown and album rock, which is kind of crazy. But what's your favorite Motown song, you think?
I love singing A Man's World. It's my favorite.
And that's not what you're going to sing in a little bit. You're going to sing one of your own things, one of your own tunes in just a minute, right?
Yes.
We're talking with Erin Kirby, and singer-songwriter. Go to erinkirbymusic.com to find out more about her. All right, Dan, I don't know if you saw this or not. John Maxwell says that Erin is a rising star. And
well, if John Maxwell's talking about you, then you know you're a rising star for sure.
Jezebel magazine coined her the local singer-songwriter of the year. Was that just recent, or was that a couple of years ago? When was that?
That was a few years ago.
That's
awesome.
Pretty cool. And of course, you mentioned the American Idol. You said you sang with your best friend. When you do something like that, American Idol, America's Got Talent, or whatever, do you tend to make relationships made that, you know, later on you'll call and say, hey, how's it going? And you just kind of get a connection that you were there, not just your best friend, but other folks.
Definitely. I had the opportunity to do Showtime at the Apollo with Steve Harvey when I was 13.
Wow.
And I still keep up with the people that were on my episode. There was a magician I met during rehearsals, and she and I still chat and check in on one another. And so that's been a few years. And from American Idol, I've been writing with some of the people that I met. We communicate over Instagram and TikTok. We share each other's posts, do duets with each other. So whatever we can, we definitely keep up with each other.
All right. See, now that wasn't on the information. You were at the Apollo Live with Steve Harvey. How'd you do that?
One of the casting agents reached out to me on Instagram and asked if I would want to do the show, and it was a no-brainer. I have always wanted to be there. It's such a legendary place. My mother would show me videos as a kid, and I was just like, duh, I want to do it. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
that's awesome.
What song did you do?
They chose the song Stone Cold by Demi Lovato for me. I really wanted to sing Rather Go Blind, but they decided to go a pop route for me instead.
Now, is there a video anywhere of you there that we could watch? I mean, not right now, but later on?
There was on YouTube. I think they took all of the episodes down off of YouTube, unfortunately. But if I find anything, I believe it would be on my website. I'm not sure because they kind of removed everything from the show.
Now, since March and all this COVID stuff has happened, how has that affected you and your music career, or has it affected you?
It has been good and bad at the same time, because when everything started, I was in LA with my band and we had some gigs booked, some great interviews, and we were super excited, but we had to come home a week and a half early, so everything got canceled or rescheduled. So I've been doing most of my shows and things like that online and over Zoom and whatever, and it's cool, but I don't get to communicate with my fans as much. And shows here in Georgia are starting to finally, open back up. I actually have one tonight at Mad Life, and I'm really excited about that because I can communicate with people again.
Now, where Mad Life? Where is that?
Yeah,
that's in Woodstock, Georgia.
Woodstock. All right, so folks can go to your website to get that information.
Yes, they can go to my website or my Facebook, which is just Erin Kirby, or my Instagram, or anywhere I post about it. So.
Now, has this caused you just this kind of, I don't know, stall? I guess all of us have stalled and just waiting to get back. Are you writing more stuff, or for you, how do you write? Does it just have to be inspiration, or do you go, okay, I'm going to write a song about tomatoes? How does that work for you?
Well, I've always written at home by myself, so that was kind of helpful. But I have started writing with other people from LA and Rhode Island and things like that. And we've been doing FaceTime sessions, which at first we all thought was going to be super weird. And one guy said, I don't know how we're going to catch a vibe over FaceTime, but I'm totally down to try. And we actually came up with a great song in 40 minutes. So It's been working.
Now, if you were to sit down and write a song about tomatoes, what would you say?
I would definitely have something to say about how good salsa is.
Oh, yeah. See, now that's my kind of girl right there. Love me some salsa.
I think she's from Texas, Dan. I don't think.
Yeah. Come on.
Georgia. Erin Kirby with us, erinkirbymusic.com. And we're so grateful that we had a chance to connect with her. We want to hear some of her stuff in just a second. Can folks hear your stuff on Spotify, just on your website? How can they get a hold of your stuff?
They can go to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, YouTube, whatever else there is. You can find my music. Just put in my name, Erin Kirby. It's super easy, super simple, and everything will kind of pop up.
Awesome.
How have you seen God work in your life? I mean, obviously, you have success already at 16, but how have you seen God work in your life just through all this? You said you've gone to church as long as you can remember, and how is it that you stay grounded and keep your faith and keep your eyes on Him?
He blessed me with some amazing parents, for sure. Those are my biggest inspirations in life. I just want to be like them when I grow up. They support me through everything I do, and they support my brother with whatever he wants to do. And my mom is there through every second. She comes to every show. She's there at every studio time, whatever it is, she's there with me. And, you know, they help me remember that if I can't make it to church on Sunday, then I can watch it online, or I can praise God in the hotel room, or don't forget my devotional book and things like that. So I have been blessed with some amazing parents, for sure.
Awesome.
All right. Since you're a rock star, do they still make you do chores?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Just let your brother do all of them. He can handle that.
Oh, I wish. He's at that lazy stage. He's like 14 and he doesn't want to do anything. But it's okay because we just make him do it anyway.
Yeah, that's called being a boy. I have 3 of them. I know by experience. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Erin Kirby, tell us about the song you're getting ready to do, and go ahead and do it.
So I'm going to do the first original that I ever released. It's called Boomerang, and I recorded this song in Nashville when I was 12 or 13, I believe. But it's always a fun song to sing. It's upbeat and cool. So this is Boomerang.
All right.
Posting pics of people I don't know, just to see if you still care at all. And I'm alone and you don't know, but it's the truth. I just wanna be close to you. All my friends are saying you're just fine. Out till 3 a.m. on a Monday night. So tell me, what else am I supposed to do while I'm 1,000 miles away and missing you? I keep trying to run from you, find myself with someone new. Yeah, I keep coming back to you, like a boomerang. Like a boomerang. Our sex is from the day I left. I still hope it's you each time I check. My heart's a mess and I know better in my head. Why is it when I leave it's you that pulls me back? I keep trying to run from you, find myself with someone new. Yeah, I keep coming back to you, like a boomerang. Like a yeah, I keep trying to run from you. Ooh. 'Cause
Gracious. Woo!
Man, with a voice like that, there is no way you're only 16 years old, Erin.
Thank you
I'm
so
sorry.
much. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Now I'm totally blown away. Why is she on the Rick and Dan show? Have you been on Jimmy Fallon's show yet? That's next.
Yeah.
I wish. Fingers crossed.
My gracious, girl.
You got some soul in your voice.
Oh,
That's
I
good
love
stuff.
it. Can you give me the words to that chorus? I mean, can you tell me what they were? I mean, they were amazing.
Yes, it's I keep trying to run from you, find myself with someone new, but I keep coming back to you like a boomerang.
Wow.
Good
I
stuff.
love that. Have you always had that? I mean, I hate to say overused word soul, but I mean, I know you listen to Motown, but girl, that's on the inside of you.
You know, I've always been told that I have it, and I'm totally okay with that. I grew up, the only artist I would sing at first was Adele, and then I moved on to Nina Simone, and that was about it. And my parents finally were like, listen, you can't just sing Nina Simone everywhere you go. You gotta like sing a little bit more. And I was like, okay, we're gonna add a change is gonna come. And it kind of went from there.
Wow. Now, when you were on American Idol, I mean, obviously they give you lots of feedback. What was some of the most encouraging and helpful feedback that you got from whichever judge that really kind of helped you?
Well, during my audition, Katy Perry, she told me that I was 15 at the time. It was the day before my birthday. And she said, you know, we meet a lot of teenagers that are talented and people that definitely have a great voice, but they're not sure where they're going yet. And she said, I don't know why you're here. I can see you as an artist right next to me on the red carpet, and you are so ready to be in the business. And that was the biggest, you know, compliment I could ever get.
Wow.
You know, you got to think about that, right? That's not a compliment that she gives to every person. I mean, if I showed up and sang, she'd say, okay, why did they let this all anyway?
This is a joke, isn't it? This is one of those.
But she doesn't seem, nor any of the judges, just to throw out compliments. How'd that make you feel?
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Because at first she said, I don't like it, and stopped and said, I love it. So when she said, I don't like it, I was like, oh, what did I do wrong? And then she went into telling me that. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Erin Kirby on with us, singer-songwriter. Yeah, she's on the show now. You're going to see her everywhere on television, no doubt, here pretty soon. Check out her stuff on Spotify and on her website, erinkirbymusic.com. I'm going to throw you a curve. Do you have time to do another song? Are you prepared? Can you? Because we didn't actually prep you to do this, but could you do one?
Of course.
We would love it.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Okay, let me try to think of my favorite one that I want to do. I could maybe do a piece of my newest original.
Okay.
That would be great.
Or I could do a piece of the one I'm going to put out next.
Yes.
I think that's what I should do because it's my favorite.
All right, tell us about the song.
Okay, so this is called Practice Girlfriend, and I actually wrote it about a guy that would be in relationships with girls and always talk to me only when he's in a relationship. And I'd be like, dude, you can't do that. You have a girlfriend. And he's like, no. One day I'll date you. And these are my practice girlfriends for that moment.
Oh, wow.
I was like, no, there will not be a one day now. So, but I was talking to these writers about it in LA, and we came up with this song. We were like, you know, we should actually write a song about this because it's pretty cool. So it's almost like a empowering song for people because it's saying, I don't want to be your practice girlfriend. So I'm just going to do a piece of it. So if you want to hear the rest of it, make sure to stay tuned because it's coming out in the end of September.
Awesome. Let's hear it.
Okay. Try to call after midnight, but that's not right. That's not right. Oh, and I want to ignore you. At least I try. Yeah, you're persistent, but at least I try. Oh, I'm not your therapist. I'm not your backup plan. I'm not gonna see you till you're ready to be a real man. I get if you gotta try to shoot your shot, but yeah, you gotta stop hitting me up, oh. I don't wanna be used, boy, it's time that you choose. Cause I don't wanna be your practice girlfriend. So tell me what you gon' do, it's hurting me you don't lose. I don't wanna be your practice girlfriend. what you gonna do? It's her or me you gonna lose. I don't wanna be a practice girlfriend.
Wow.
Mm.
Look
Good
out
stuff.
for that. Erin Kirby, another portion of her song. Is she going to drop the rest of it at the end of? You're going to put it on all the venues, right? Spotify, and Apple Music at the end of the month. Wow.
I like the message in that song, man, because there's unfortunately a lot of guys who have practice girlfriends, and yeah, that's good. Good stuff.
Good. Erin Kirby, Erin, please, you got to come back with us in a couple of months, maybe even before or right after you drop that song. All those songs drop. ErinKirbyMusic.com. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.